Alright guys, it is time for me to make this guide. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Reppy, a challenger Katarina one-trick that peaked top 50 in the North American server. I've been playing Katarina for 4 seasons, and today I'm going to show you my ultimate guide on how to play Katarina. In this guide, I will be going in depth on how Katarina players should play. In the description will be timestamps, and as always, I hope you guys enjoy the video.
I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love.
For summoners, you usually want to take Ignite as you want to snowball the lane as hard as possible. Summoners such as TP, Cleanse, or even Exhaust to survive the laning phase are viable as well. There are 3 standard runes you can bring on Katarina, which are Electrocute, Conqueror, and Dark Harvest. You can go Dark Harvest, but it's not optimal since it's a very inconsistent rune, and if your laner plays too safe, it's hard to get stacks. Electrocute for short trades and for squishy team comps. Conqueror for full AD comps or 2 or more tanks. You do this because you can rush Death Dance and for the most part be unkillable after a Gunblade Death Dance combo. Conqueror is also used for champions that are immobile such as Syndra and Orianna, or any champs that can't get away from Katarina's gap closures and autos. You need Conqueror for tank matchups such as Galio or Garen mid because proccing Electrocute is useless as they build tank and the rune won't be viable. Depending on your rune, your playstyles will vary. Electrocute sets you up for short trades, while Conqueror, you can build up stacks and continue to all in. You can do this because of the sustain Conqueror provides. Electrocute is more of a one-shot rune. The standard runes are Electrocute, Taste of Blood or Sudden Impact, Eyeball Collection, Relentless Hunter, Triumph, and Coup de Grace. For Conqueror, you want to bring Conqueror, Triumph, Tenacity, Coup de Grace or Cut Down, Taste of Blood or Sudden Impact. You can also opt in for Resolve Secondary Tree. You bring the Resolve Secondary for harder matchups such as Talon, Irelia, Zoe. You also bring Taste of Blood because Katarina is one of the worst champions in the laning phase and needs it for the survivability. You can alternate between Sudden Impact and Taste of Blood. She also has enough damage with her autos and resets to leave out Sudden Impact. Surviving the lane is the gateway to a snowballing hard carry game. Katarina is a good champion for countering control mages such as Orianna and Syndra. Bruiser champions such as Irelia, Riven, and Pantheon tend to set her behind. As Katarina, you usually want to ban Kassadin, as he's the worst matchup possible. He's a scaling champion that is hard to shut down post 6, and if he plays safe enough early game then yeah, GG. You can also ban Fizz and Yasuo as these 2 champions are also hard counters. If they do pick these champions against you, you dodge, don't play the game out. Let's talk about Katarina's kit. Her passive, Innate. Whenever an enemy champion dies within 3 seconds of Katarina damaging them, her abilities cooldowns are reduced by 15 seconds. If Katarina picks up a dagger, she uses it to slash through all nearby enemies, dealing magic damage. Her Q, Bouncing Blade. Katarina throws a dagger to the target enemy that bounces up to 2 nearby enemies, dealing magic damage to each target. W, Preparation. Katarina gains a burst of movement speed, tossing a dagger into the air directly above herself. E, Shunpo. Katarina blinks to the target, striking it if it's an enemy or striking the nearest enemy otherwise. R, Death Lotus. Katarina becomes a flurry of blades, dealing massive magic damage while she channels to the nearest 3 enemy champions. There are only 2 optimal starting items for Kat, Longsword and 3 pots. Since Katarina is a hybrid AP assassin, meaning she scales with AD, it's great to start Longsword on her. Most opponents bring MR into the matchup, so buying a Longsword can usually cheese to an early first blood. And you usually never want to buy refillable as you get 1 less charge of a potion for laning phase, and although it's gold efficient, it's not optimal as you'll get bullied too hard in lane, and you would have to get a bad back timer. D-Shield. This is for very hard counter matchups such as Zoe, Irelia, Talon. It helps you survive the laning phase and scale up. It's also very good for poke matchups such as Lucian, Tristana, and Azir. Always build Gunblade as it's the most essential item on Katarina. To get maximum damage pre-Gunblade, you build 2 longswords into a Hextech Revolver. Gunblade, Death Dance, Liandry, Zanya, Void or Rabadons, and Boots is the standard Conqueror build. Gunblade, Morello, Void, Rabadon, Zanya, and Boots is the standard Electrocute build. Conqueror build is situational, as you can replace Rabadon or Void with a tank item depending on team comps. Same with Electrocute build, as you can replace an item with Medjais if you're far ahead, or a tank item if needed. You can also build Seekers into AD comps or hard AD matchups. Same thing with Hexdringer. You can build Hex versus AP, Duo, Mid Jungle, or just AP heavy team comps. You build these items with the Conqueror build to get max health damage, since Liandry burn targets against tank HP stacking champs. Death Dance and Gunblade for sustain, and the rest is self-explanatory. You build these items on Electrocute since you want the most burst as possible. You build all the penetration items, and this will maximize your damage against champions. Many people talk badly about Morello, as Liandry is the better item, but building Morello with Electrocute is definitely viable because of its penetration. Never build items such as Spellbinder and Rylai's, as they're more gold efficient items that you can buy on Katarina. Zanya's is necessary since going in with Katarina is a high risk, high reward. You can use it to wait out chain CCs or exhaust. There are 3 basic combos when playing Katarina. They are Q, E, auto attack, W, auto attack, E. The second combo is E, auto attack, W, auto attack, Q, E, R. The third combo is E, W, R, Q, E. Try to Gunblade / Cutlass before you go in to get the slow. Also make sure you Gunblade before R, since Gunblade / Cutlass cancels your ult. There are 2 combos for this. E, onto a minion, ally structure, or ally. W, Gunblade Cutlass, Q, E, R, and E. The second combo is Q, Gunblade Cutlass, E, W, R. You usually want to let the wave push into you. For this, you need to last hit with your Q. Not pushing the wave levels 1 through 3 allow the minions to either crash at your turret or freeze near your turret. When this happens, the laner must walk up to be able to see us, and this allows you to all-in, which can either lead to a flash or to a solo kill. Being Katarina, you're very squishy and your laning phase is horrendous. Waiting out the enemy's main ability, such as Fizz E or Diana Q, can lead to a winning trade or all-in. If you see them using it on the wave, or plainly just missing it, then this is a window of opportunity for you to go in. In most cases, you should be looking at the map for opportunities to roam when your wave is pushed in. As Cat, you need to stay near or be the highest level in the game because your passive scales with levels. Only roam for guaranteed kills. For team fights, make sure you wait out the enemy's main CC abilities. Unless you're very fed and can one-shot the enemy team and reset to get out, it's best to wait until your team goes in and for you to clean up. Make sure you play behind your teammates and not get chunked out before going in. Also, try to play around vision. If you know they have no wards, or if you clear some wards in a bush, try to flank behind the team and look to assassinate the carries for a fast reset and to a successful team fight.
When you want to get off that darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down.
Alright guys, that was the guide. Hopefully you learned a thing or two. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. If you liked it, drop a like, and if you want to subscribe, it helps a lot. I also stream regularly on twitch.tv/lolreppy. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.